So we want to sit upright. We're going to start with Kapalabhati Breath. Kapalabhati Breath is the sharp exhalation, passive inhalation. Just for a practice, bring your hands onto your belly and start pumping the air out. So your hands are not pushing, your hands are just witnessing your abdominal muscles moving. So inhale to begin, close your eyes if you want. And then exhale, exhale, exhale. Don't think about the inhale. And have a little rest. Just feel how you're feeling. If you feel dizzy, you can stop. And if by any chance you have had a big breakfast, it is not a good idea to do this breathing. So work with what's available to you. Let's try a second round. This time we're going to count 50 breaths. So your hands can be onto your belly or onto the floor. Kapalabhati breath is a very cleansing breath. And it's called, Kapalabhati means shiny skull. So it brings the blood to your head. That's why sometimes you might feel dizzy. Inhale to begin. 50 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Take a moment, just feeling that space that your breath leaves. And open your eyes. We're going to do alternate nostril breathing, just 5 rounds of it. If you want, you can have your hand in Vishnu Mudra with your index finger and middle finger towards your palm, or you can use your thumbs, bringing one thumb and then the other towards your nostrils. If you need to blow your nose, please blow your nose. So we're going to use the thumb to close the right nostril and the ring finger to close the left nostril. The other hand can be in Chin Mudra, just resting over your thigh. Inhale to begin, inhale. Close your right nostril, exhale fully through your left. Inhale left. Close the left nostril, exhale right. Inhale right. Close, exhale left. Inhale left. Close, exhale right. Inhale right. Close your right nostril, exhale left. Inhale left. Close, exhale right. Inhale right. Close your right nostril, exhale left. And this is the last round. Inhale. Close, exhale. Inhale. Close, exhale. And rest both hands over your thighs for a moment. keep your eyes closed and just feel the sensibility that you will suddenly have on your nostrils. And nostril breathing also stimulates the sense of smell. So it's a good breath to incorporate to your day to day. Good. Bring your hands towards your heart. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, arch. And bring your arms around, stretching up and to the side and back to center. Inhale up, exhale back, and bring it round and back to center. And bring your hands in. Inhale, exhale, chin to chest. And if you're sitting in a cushion, just leave it to the side. Come to sitting onto your bottom, hands behind your back, and sway your knees side to side. That's it. Good. Now, let your legs go to one side and then make a full circle with that leg, the top leg, and then go to the other side and full circle. That's it. We're going back to dancing cabaret. Yes, if we were in a chair, we could do that. Good. Now, can we do it with no hands? Whee, no hands, Mum. Try it out. That's it. Well done. Good. Very good. And now bring your hands to the side. Balance on the space between your tailbone and your coccyx. And bring one leg out and bring it in. And the other one and in. And one leg out and in. The other one and in. Your toes are touching in the middle, but your hands are off the floor. That's it. Good. Now bring your knees together and bring your legs forwards and bring it back and forwards and back. Flex your feet as you stretch. 2 more. Last one. Feet on the floor. And release. Good. Side to side. Lovely. Now, bring your right leg towards your right hand side, left leg behind. Take a moment to feel your back legs stretching. So I'm not yet coming into pigeon. I have my legs straight, toes on the floor. And then I bring my hip over, just stretching the legs a little bit. And bring it back to center and we go to the other side. This is only to stretch from what we were doing just now. So toes come facing the floor and stretch the leg. You can be seated on your hip first and then can bring it over. Great. And release. Bring your feet together, knees apart. Baddha Konasana, bound ankle pose. Lovely. And bring both legs together. Come onto a forward fold. Toes are on the floor. Grab hold of your elbows and sway your upper body side to side. Your knees can be bent. Then release your elbows and come all the way up into standing. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, hands to your chest. Good. And today we're going to use the mat this way. So you're going to be standing facing the long edge of the mat. If you need to move it around, please move it around. We're going to be playing a little bit and doing a type of mandala shape. So mandala is like this. It's a circular pattern. So just if you imagine that you're going in circles And we're going to try and move somatically. So move with what the body is telling you that it can do. Don't force it doing anything that it cannot. So stand in the middle of your mat with your feet together. Soften your knees. Check that you're aligned, but not stiff. So soften your knees, soften your hips, roll the shoulders back. Good. And bring your pelvic floor in and up. Just feeling the connection with the floor, the arches of the feet, pelvic floor, all of the upper body. Good. Inhale, bring your hands towards your heart and bring your right leg up. Good. Exhale, release. Inhale, the other leg up. Exhale, release. Good. Inhale, right leg up. And open up. Just the toes. Press towards your right. Bring it back to center. Not cheating like I just done. And release. Try not to touch the floor if you can. Inhale, left leg up. Open up. Toes come towards the floor. And bring it back up. And release. Good. So we're going to do that a few more times. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale. Bring your toes into the floor. Bring the weight onto that. If this is not good for your toes, then foot can be flat. And bring it back to center. Release. Inhale, left. Bring it round, back to center. Release. So we are going to try and make it more dynamic. Now we're going to accompany with an arm circle. So leg up, bring it to the floor, and bring the arm around, and back to center, keeping the balance. Go to the other side, arm around, back to center. That's it, let's do it. Bring it round, back to center, and the other side, and back to center. Now, could you use both arms? So leg up, bring it to the side, and both arms open up, and back to center. That's it. And to the other side, both arms pull round, and back to center. Let's do it a couple more times. Inhale, come around, and back to center. And the other side, and back to center. Good, fabulous. Now, open your legs. Toes are pointing forwards. And jump back together. Good. Now, bring your hands onto your chest, fingertips touching, and open the legs. Lovely. Turn your right foot out. Left foot is parallel to the short end of the mat. Inhale, bend the front knee and lift onto your toe. And bring the back, the middle arm, the left arm, forwards for 1. And for 2. And for 3. Feeling around. Now keep the arm forwards towards the right. Can you move the left arm for 1? And for 2, the right arm, and for 3. And bring yourselves back to center, feet parallel to the floor, and we're going to go to the other side. So hopefully you can see that what I'm doing is using my calf muscle to stabilize me. So turn the left foot out, bend the left knee, and lift. And the right hand will come around for 1, and for 2, and for 3. Now more effort on the front leg because I bring both arms forwards. And the left arm comes around for 1. Try not to bash onto the screen. And for 3. And bring it back to center. Good. Inhale, hands into your hips. Push your hips forwards. Open your chest. Exhale, come halfway. Your chest is parallel to the floor, the back of the legs are getting a nice stretch. And bring your right fingertips onto the floor and left arm up. Release, change sides. Release, soften your knees, bring your hands onto your hips, engage your belly, engage your abdomen, and come all the way up. Jump your legs together, hands to your chest. That's it, and release. Good, shake. So we're going to do it again and just feel the flow. Feel how we feel. When you have your arms to one side, as your chest is facing one way and your hips are facing a different way, this arm is very easy to move. This one is not so easy, and you will feel this stretch across the body. So go slowly if you need to, just to feel the full motion. And maybe the arm doesn't go all the way around, maybe it makes a smaller circle, but try to make it circular. So don't make it like a D or make it like an O. Hands to the chest, inhale, exhale, open arms and legs. That's it. This is Tadasana, star pose. And turn your right foot out, left foot in. Bend your right knee. Check your alignment. Check that the knee is over the ankle. And lift the heel. Good. Make sure you're not overextending your elbows. And look towards your middle finger on the right hand and bring the left arm in for 1, for 2, and 3. That's easy. Now, the left arm tries to reach forwards and bring it round for 1, and for 2, and for 3. And come back to center, change sides. Bend the front knee, lift the heel, and around for 1, and for 2, and for 3. Then your chest turns towards the left, and the arm comes round for 1, and for 2, and for 3. Back to center. Good. Release your hands onto your hips. Inhale. If you want, watch first. We're going to come forwards, and we're going to reach across. The chest will stay away from the leg, and bring the arm up. Afterwards, we're going to bring the nose towards the leg. So we're going to go both ways. First, with a twist with our chest off the leg, and then bringing the chest towards the leg. Inhale, open up, hands onto your hips, looking towards the sky. Contract your pelvic floor and your abdomen. Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Come in halfway and bring your left hand towards your right ankle. The arm is straight, and bring the right arm up. Now, can you arrange your hips so that it's back to center? Your left hip will naturally be wanting to go towards the right. Lower down, bring the hip back, turn around, 5 breaths here. Release your right arm, bring your hands between your legs. You can soften your knees a little bit if it feels quite tough on the back of the legs, and then walk your right hand towards your left ankle. Keep the elbow straight and bring your left arm up. Now you can lower your left shoulder, bring your right shoulder, bring your right hip back, and the arm is up. 5 breaths. And bring your hands back to center. Bend your knees. Just shake it. Shake your hips, releasing your hamstrings for a moment. Good. Now we're going to bring both hands towards the right ankle and bring the head towards the knee. 5 breaths in there. Inhale, come into center. Exhale, go to the other side. Still keep rearranging your hips so that it doesn't come towards the left, it stays on the right. And back to center, bend your knees, shake your hips, hands onto your hips, engage your pelvic floor, lower abdomen, and push yourselves up and jump your legs together, hands to center. Whew. And shake it, shake it. We feel taller already, don't we? Good. And roll your shoulders back. Roll your shoulders forwards. Lovely. We're going to use the same base of the sequence. The only difference will be that after we do one arm and we do the other arm, we're going to reach opposite arm to floor and come into reverse half moon. If you want to, you can try it out. If this doesn't feel right, or it feels that the floor is far too far away, take a block. You can have it strategically placed in there, and you bring your hand onto the floor. Obviously, when we do the half moon, the reverse half moon, the heel will be on the floor. Remember that we are bringing the heel off the floor right now. Are we ready? Yes. Inhale. Exhale. And open your arms and legs. Tadasana. Yes. Good. Turn your right foot out. Left foot is parallel to the short end of the mat. Bend the front knee and lift the heel. Good. Left hand comes round for 1. And for 2. And for 3. Good. And keep it forwards. Now the right hand comes round for 1, for 2, and for 3. If you notice, we are already preparing for these postures. So release the right heel, bring the left hand onto the floor or onto your block, and lift yourselves up into a twisted half moon pose. 5 breaths here. You can flex your left foot. The right hand is reaching out, and you're reaching through the bottom foot as well. When you've done your 5 breaths, come into a high lunge. So lower the back heel, the back toes on the floor, and bring your arms up. You can interlace your fingers and your index finger point upwards in Shapana Mudra. Breathe deeply. And inhale, bring yourselves back to center and jump your legs together. Shake it. We're going to do the same to the other side. Sometimes the balancing postures can be a bit demanding. Don't fight against it. Because you're at home, if you need to hold from a sofa or from a chair or something, all of that is available to you, so use it. Make use of it. If we were in a studio, you wouldn't have it, so take advantage. Bring your hands towards your heart. If you're going to use your block, have it ready. And open up. Good. Left foot out. Right foot parallel to the short end of the mat. Bend the front knee. Look towards your left. Lift your left heel. Lift the heel. Lower the hip. Feel the strength around your knee and your hamstring. And bring your right hand to make circles for 1. And for 2. And for 3. Now push that hand to be more or less at the same level as the left. And the left hand comes round for 1. And for 2. And for 3. Now lower the left hip, the left heel, bring the hand onto the block or onto the floor for your revolve, half moon, and 5 breaths in here. Be fully on your asana. Asana means sit, and a seat should be comfortable, effortless effort. Reach towards your fingertips, reach towards your heels. When you've done your 5 breaths, release the right toes onto the floor. Come up into your high lunge. Breathe. You can interlace your fingers. And arch back if it's available to you. And release, legs back to center and jump. Ooh. And shake it, shake it, shake it. Good. Have a moment just to catch your breath. Leave your block to the side. We won't need it for the moment. Inhale, bring your arms up. Interlace your fingers, arch back. Exhale, keep your feet together as you fall forwards towards the ground. Soften your knees, let your head go towards your shins. Inhale, lift your chest, fingertips just underneath your shoulders. We are having our feet together, ankles together, toes together, big toes together. Sway your upper body back and forth. Your fingertips are on the floor. You can also bring the whole hand on the floor if that's available to you. If you need to have 2 blocks underneath your hands, you can as well if the floor is too far. Good. Now lift both heels off the floor, bend your knees, and come into a squat. Lovely. Bring both hands to your right hand side and let your right elbow be against your left elbow against your right knee. And feel the twist in there. Maybe bring your hands onto the floor and lean a little bit towards your elbows. Let your arms hold your weight. Inhale, bring it to center and change sides. Hands come onto the ground. Bend your elbows as you let your left knee rest against your right elbow. And bring yourselves back to center. Good. Bring your right leg forwards. And bring both hands towards your right. And you will be on the ball of a foot on your left foot. Maybe you sway towards your right. You need to use your abs in here. That's it. And bring it back. We're going to do the other side. Bring the left leg forwards, hands onto the floor. And you can bring your chest over your wrist. Sway your hips a little bit. Good. And bring it back to center. Release yourselves towards the floor. Massage your knees, shake your wrist, shake your arms. We're going to be back into that posture in a moment. But first, we're going to bring the right heel towards the right hip. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, reach towards your foot. Don't let your right knee come away from your shoulder. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, release and change sides. So the thigh, the knee, will help you to stay straight and then reach. Good. And bring your arms up, release down, and come to lying onto your mat. Have a nice stretch. Arms overhead, legs along the floor. Good. And bring your knees towards your chest, hug your knees. And bring your legs up. We're going to use our abdominal strength to bring one leg just parallel to the floor, and the arms will come in the opposite direction. And inhale, bring the arms overhead and the leg comes back. And change sides. And back. And change. And back. Change. And back. Change. Try to have your knees straight if you can. Back. Change. And back. 2 more. Last one. Good. Now keep your arms overhead and bring both knees towards your left side of your ribs and then bring them back. Bend both knees and let them come towards the left and back up. So we're bringing the knees towards one side with the arms overhead. We're stabilizing so that we don't fall over. Bring it to one side and back up. And side, and back, and side, and back. Bring your hands by the sides of your hips and lift your hips off the floor. You can have your knees a little bit bent in here. So lift the hips, keep breathing. This is the movement that you do to come up onto your shoulder stand. But at the moment, we are just strengthening our abs. Release your feet onto the floor, bring your hands on top of the thighs. And we're going to bring the hands up for a count of 3. So you can exhale 3 times as you come up and inhale as you come down. So inhale to prepare. Exhale, 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 and inhale. Exhale, 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 inhale. Exhale, 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 inhale. Exhale, 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 inhale. Exhale, 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 inhale. Good. Stretch your arms, stretch your legs. And we're going to do a vinyasa. And bring your knees towards your chest. We're going to rock and roll backwards and forwards. And then jump back into plank, chaturanga, up dog or cobra, down dog. We're going to do 2 vinyasas. So if you didn't know what I was talking about to start with, just sit and watch. And the second time you can do it with me. Hands will come underneath your knees. Nose comes towards the knees. And we rock and roll for 1 and 2 and 3. Then cross the shins, roll over your ankles, hands underneath your knees. Jump back into plank. Chaturanga, up dog, down dog, and we're going to come back into rock and rolling. Come with me. 1 and 2 and 3. Bring it back. Chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Good. Stay in down dog. Lovely. Walk your dog. Your dog doesn't need to be static. But we do want to have the hands firmly on the floor, index finger, middle finger, and thumb on the floor. And your balls of the feet are firmly on the floor. Your heels are aiming towards the ground. Your belly bottom is going in and up. Inhale, exhale. Good. Inhale, look towards your hands, lift your heels, and jump into a squat. And turn around to be, again, facing the long edge of the mat. Good. So we're going to try our fallen angel. You don't have to go all the way. Just try it out. In fallen angel, we bring the elbows to the hips and the knee, and we lean over. So once we lean over, we're going to practice that for a couple of times first. So bring your elbows towards the knee and the hip. So left elbow towards the right, against the right knee, right elbow against the right hip. And bring your chest down towards the floor. And maybe you find that balance in your side crow. That's it. Just take your time. We're going to try it a few times. Let's try the other side. Hands onto the floor. The right elbow is against the left knee, and the left elbow is against the left hip. Bring your chest down, and your elbows are kind of magnetized towards each other. See if you can balance your side crow. Good. And come into a forward fold. And we're going to do a vinyasa before we go again. So from forward fold, hands onto the ground, legs back into plank, come over your wrists, chaturanga, up dog, stretch the hip flexors, your buttocks are engaged, open your chest, looking up, exhale, downward facing dog. Every time we do a vinyasa, we're cleansing the palate so that the muscles don't get stuck and we can discover again. Come back into squat. Good. So watch for a moment. If you wanted to, you can bring your elbows towards your hip and your knee, and then come into the balance. And then the top leg can straighten out. The head can rest on the floor if you want. Play with it. If you feel fearful, put a cushion under your head. Don't worry about it. This is just Lila, a bit of playing around. So let's do it. Elbows against your hip and your knee. Hands onto the floor. And we balance first, and then we can bring the leg up. Maybe the hip can come off the floor. Come on, don't be shy, try it. That's it, yes. And we're going to try the other side. If you don't feel like balancing on your arms, don't worry, just do the twist and try it out. And Simone, if this is too much for your legs, just do the twist seated. Yeah, good. Lovely. So we try the other side. We're nearly there, guys. Nearly there. Whee! On one side, you will be stronger than the other. Ah, well done. Well done for trying. Good. Shake your hands. Roll your shoulders. Come into sitting cross-legged. Catch your breath. I know these things can be quite demanding. Don't worry if you didn't get to do it. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forwards. And let your spine release towards the floor. You can put a block in front of you. We want to catch our breath. We want to release the sides of the ribs, the lower back. We're going to stretch the hip flexors in a moment. But for now, just the back and the sides and the head and the shoulders. And bring your right hand to your right hand side. Left arm overhead and just open the side body. And walk your hands all the way to the other side, opening the side body. And bring your hands back to center. Walk your hands back behind you, open your chest, shake your head. We're going to change the cross of the legs. So you would have had one shin in front of the other, cross the other way, inhale, arms forwards, exhale. Release down, 5 breaths in here. Allow your lower back to release, shoulders, neck. And bring your left hand to the left hand side and stretch that side hip, sides of the ribs. And change sides. And bring yourselves back to center, hands behind, open the chest. Good. And come back into center of your body. Bring your shins onto the floor, fingertips behind you. Bend your elbows, open the chest, and lift your hips. This might not be very simpatico for your knees. If this is the case, don't force it. And come back down towards the ground. We're going to come onto the floor. If you have a block, we're going to use it for supported bridge. If you don't have a block, then you can come into normal bridge, Setu Bandhasana. Hands will be by the sides of your body and your hips will be up. So make sure that you're tensing your glutes, your knees are going towards each other, and you're letting your psoas muscles release. If you do have a block, then bring it underneath your hips and the block will do most of the holding up. We're going to do 10 breaths in here. So if you're holding up with your muscles, you can do 5 breaths and release if it becomes too much. It can also become a bit of a meditation. If you have the block underneath your hips, you can even bring your legs along the floor. So that there is even more of a stretch. I'm sure 2 breaths have passed by now. 8 more. Count your breaths. And bring your heels towards your hips. If you had a block underneath, release it down. If you weren't using a block, just release down really gently. And sway your knees side to side. Then bring your knees either side of your ribs. Bring your hands to the insides of your feet. And rock into your happy baby. Happy baby. And just stay there. Release your lower back. From here, we're going to bring the soles of the feet together, arms overhead. Relaxing on our goddess pose. If the arms don't feel comfortable there, you can rest your hands over your lower abdomen. Start making your exhale longer than your inhale. And relax the arms by the sides of your body. Relax the legs. Shake your legs. We're going to have a lovely meditation, relaxation in here. If you have any discomfort on your lower back, you can have your legs over a sofa or over a chair, just to feel more grounded, more supported, and release your lower back. Otherwise, just lie down. And I'm going to guide you through body scan. So close your eyes and release yourselves down. Inhaling and exhaling. And bring your attention to the space inside your mouth. You might feel saliva forming. Just feel that space inside your mouth, the inside of your cheeks. Feel where your tongue is resting. And because your attention is in your mouth, you might feel saliva forming. And that's great. Just swallow that nectar that is our saliva. And imagine that there is a little sphere of light at the back of your throat. And this sphere of light rolls from the back of your throat through your nose, up and down your nose with your breath. And the sphere of light comes the back of your nose and comes behind, splits in two and comes behind each of your eyes. Bathing your eyes in health and light. And the spheres come back towards the middle of your head, and the two go out onto your ears and the ear canal, illuminating this space as if it was a cave illuminated from within. And the spheres come back, join each other, and lower down through your throat, and split into towards your collarbones, shoulders, arms, elbows, forearms, wrists and hands. And they return back to the middle of the body, descend through your sternum and your spine, illuminating the whole of your thoracic cavity, your heart and your lungs. Coming down through your diaphragm, illuminating your kidneys, your stomach, your liver, spleen, the whole of your internal organs and your hips. And the whole of your spine is illuminated from within. And the sphere of light divides in two and goes down both your legs and your knees, calf muscles, ankles, heels, soles of the feet, tops of the feet, and your 10 toes. And feel that ebb and flow of prana, of energy, going through your body. Ebb and flow. Inhaling and exhaling. If you can, stay in your Shavasana for a little bit longer and have a well-deserved rest. 10 minutes Shavasana will be ideal, which has done about 5. Namaste.